Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Talk About It Tuesday. We're going through the 10 Commandments, and I want to thank you so much for, tuning in with us with these daily doses. The purpose of them is to spark your interest, to have it be the catalyst to you spending time with God. And hopefully this is a jumping off point and you really getting into His words. What a powerful service this past Sunday was with Pastor Spruill here, giving the word, talking about the baptism and filling of the Holy Spirit and how we can have access to that power, to that counsel, to that strength, and to those gifts. All we have to do is ask for it. And so hopefully you were encouraged, inspired, challenged by the message on Sunday. We're continuing to go through the 10 Commandments, and just like yesterday, this commandment can easily have a false sense of growth, or just false sense of, I'm staying with that. I'm not committing that crime or that sin. And that's with adultery. You think like, well, clearly I haven't committed adultery. I haven't had an affair. I don't have any infidelity or anything like that. But Jesus goes beyond the physical act and goes right into our hearts, which He always does. Listen to Matthew chapter 5. You know the next commandment pretty well too. Don't go to bed with another spouse. But don't think you've preserved your virtue simply by staying out of bed. Now, again, that's what I love how this is worded in the Message paraphrase, because, again, we can have a false sense of growth here. But he says, let's not have a false sense here. Your heart can be corrupted by lust even quicker than your body. Those leering looks you think nobody notices, they also corrupt. And so I want us to think about, for Talk About It Tuesday, what's so important is accountability. What's so important is having people in your life that you can be true with, that you can be honest with. And having an accountability partner isn't enough. You have to be honest with them. And that person needs to be able to speak the truth in love to you, and allow the wisdom of God to be used by them, and then allow them to speak into your life. And so I want you to think about that. If you struggle with your thought life, if you struggle with looking at things or thinking about things, maybe it's not the physical act yet. And that's why I say yet, because what you think about will eventually come out of your mouth, and which will eventually you will do physically. So what matters is our mind, what we choose to think about. And if we are thinking about lustful things, that is just as bad as committing adultery. So I want you to think about that, talk about that, go to the Lord and say, Lord, give me the strength, give me the wisdom, give me the power. Holy Spirit, give me the power. So I encourage you, challenge you in that aspect. And so, hey, I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you tune tomorrow for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.